Hey guys, John Lemme here live from Hardyville, South Carolina. Guys, I'm the founder of Conservative Business Journal and the host of the CBJ Wilderness Podcast Show. And obviously, many of you know the last couple of days we've been here in South Carolina. We did an incredible tribute last night to one of our greatest friends, one of our best friends, Pressy Stutz. And every time we even say his name, it's surreal that we put that tribute on last night. Well over 300 patriots showed up. And we just celebrated his life. But, Pressy nicknamed me Go Get Him, Johnny. Tonight's a quick conversation about life, and I want to challenge all of you. I want you to write this down. I want you to grab a pen that writes. I want you to write down, what are you fighting for? Like in life, what's going to drive you? Are you going to succumb to the radical communist left? And I'll be sharing some videos over the last couple of days that we've made, and make sure all of you guys follow me on Telegram. I'm massively censored everywhere else. Make sure you follow me on Telegram, follow me on Rumble. Excuse the lighting here a little bit. We're doing this from a hotel room. Obviously, we're not in my studio in beautiful West Palm Beach, Florida, because tomorrow night, Monday night, I was having a conversation with Lynn Wood yesterday, and Lynn said, hey, John, we're doing a rally tomorrow night in Beaufort, South Carolina. So I'd love you to come out, share a few words. So my wife and I, Christy, changed our schedule. So we're here in South Carolina for another day or till tomorrow night, till Tuesday. We're heading back to West Palm. But I have to ask you a question about life. About, as a patriot, as a conservative, what are you fighting for? There is a war in this country, and guys, and you can quote me on this. I'm crossed the line. People go about holding the line. I am over the line. I'm standing up for conservative values. I'm standing up for traditional marriage. I'm standing up for Second Amendment. Standing up for the right for children to get a fair and just education. I'm standing up for, obviously this is all line here. The faith stands, fear run, to stand up for faith, to realize that we are in a Judeo-Christian country. Faith stands and fear runs. Standing up for the right, once again, to the right to bear arms, freedom of speech, the right to be able to develop and earn income, capitalism, making capitalism great again. We drove around 45 minutes tonight here in Hardyville, South Carolina, because there's no restaurants open, because no one wants to work in America, because of the thief, the criminal, the man who's got more blood in his hands than ever before. This horrific, the 13 Marines killed in Afghanistan. And all of you that, some of you that, all the trolls that are on the page, you guys are disgraced. Those of you that trolled Pressy's page, you are a disgrace. You're disgusting. It's horrific what some of you said. So I just want to challenge all of you. As you go into your week, as you begin your week, as you begin Monday, I have to ask you, what are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? Lisa, you're awesome. Brad was here with us. Brad drove down to the tribute last night. We spent some great time with Brad last night, and I'll be up in Kentucky with Brad at his big event, September 10th, September 11th. But I want to challenge all of you. I want to challenge all of you to really, I want to have as if you and I are having a conversation one-on-one. And I want to ask you a question about faith and fighting. Are you willing to fight for your country, fight for your freedom, fight for the truth, fight for the Declaration of Independence, and a conservative? As the founder of the Conservative Business Journal, conservative means to protect and to keep guard and to keep safe from corruption. We are dealing with the most corrupt criminals in this country ever. And that's why as we were traveling yesterday, or this video was done on, what is today? Today's Sunday, right, Christy? Mm-hmm. So we were traveling on Friday to Greenville to host a tribute last night for Pressy Stutz, which is surreal when I say Pressy was murdered. He was murdered by the medical tyranny system in America, and I'm going to be exposing more of that. And as we were going through the Charlotte airport, I want to show a quick video of just me walking through the airport. People are friggin' zombies. Guys, so I'm at the airport here in Charlotte. It's crazy. People are wearing double masks, shielded up. Stores are closing. Nuts at $10 a bag. Trump's a racist. Nice racist. His tweets suck. Stores are empty. Shelves are empty. Restaurants are closed. But you know what? Trump, racist, man. His tweets are horrible. This is, let me tell you something, people. It's a friggin' war. You better wake up and take a stand. See what this says? Fate stands and fear runs. You better stand for something. Because they're running over people. They're destroying them. China is destroying them. Look at this dope. And the lives he's murdering in Afghanistan right now. He's a dope, demented demon. That's what he is. Where's all the trolls? I'm just curious to know where you're at. You used to hammer me. Where'd you go? You got what you wanted, baby. You got what you wanted. He's an idiot. And I stand by my statement. Joe Biden is demented demon. Kamala Harris is demented demon. And all of you have to pray Psalm 91 and stand strong. Stand strong against this radical left. And that's what you have to realize. You are a very important patriot. You have to realize you have to take a stand in America. Fate stands and fear runs. And this is available. These shirts and the red, white, and blue bracelets, which we gave out one of these to every person that came in last night. Close to 300, right, Christy? Yeah. Because Pressy loved these 5 words. Fate stands, end. See, end is a connector. Whatever comes in front of end obeys the words afterwards. Fate stands, end, fear runs. When you stand by faith, fear has to run. It has to run. But you got to stand by faith. You got to stand by faith. You can't stop talking about, what they're doing. We have to do more. We have to cross the line. And as the founder of Conservative Business Journal and an influencer in the conservative world, let me tell you, there has never been a war. And people say, hold the line. I'm about to release a T-shirt that's going to say, I've crossed the line, and I'm looking for the enemy to take him out. I'm trained and prepared and ready to eliminate the enemy. It is time that we fight for this country. And you have to have a real deep discussion about yourself. You have to say to yourself, am I going to stand for liberty and justice for all? Am I going to stand strong? Am I going to expose the medical tyranny? I said this over the last couple of days. Obviously, last week was our We the People Fight Back event, which was a tremendous event. But obviously, with the passing of Presley, we haven't even released any of the videos, any of the reviews. We did one quick 60-second slideshow. We had a tremendous, and our next event is January 7th, January 8th, 2022, our 2-day We the People Fight Back event. That event is already, people from the last event are already secured. We limited to 200 people. I believe we're over 100 tickets already secured, right, Christy? Yeah. So make sure you guys come out to our event, get tied in. There's no question about it. And make sure you follow me on Telegram. My Telegram is CBJ Real News, and you see throughout the entire video, scrolling on the bottom, how you can email us, call or text us, follow us on Telegram to see our sponsors. And I want to thank all the sponsors and supporters. You're going to see us. We are redoing an entire page because we are traveling the country now. Because there's so many weak conservatives who are afraid to say the truth. The radical left, think about this. Anybody on the left die of COVID. Think about Governor Newsom, Cuomo, Mayor Lightfoot, Nadler, Schiff, Biden, Kamala Harris, the entire squad, the governor of Oregon, the governor of Washington, the governor of New Jersey, and all their cronies, the governor of Virginia, the DA of Virginia, the attorney general of Virginia, lieutenant governor. Any of them on the radical left die of COVID. But you hear like tip of the spear warrior like Pressy Stutz, tip of the spear warrior Herman Cain, David Steele today. Guys, this is a serious, deep cabal war in this country. You better be on a Psalm 91. You better fight like you've never fought before. Not physically, fight with faith. Fight with the right people around you. Get away from people who are not dialed and tied in. Get away from people who are moving on. Get away from the conservative pundits who've sold out, take a paycheck. Just move on, accept Biden. I ain't accepting Biden. He didn't win. He's a freaking criminal. He's destructive. Right now in Afghanistan, it's going to be in the next 48 hours from Monday to Tuesday is going to be brutal. The guy is a friggin' idiot. The entire administration is a joke. So let me ask you a question. Are you going to stand for the truth? Are you going to expose that the doctors in the medical system, they are paying family members right now to agree to say that their family members died of COVID and they're walking out with a check? They're paying funeral homes. And I know this from an intel source I have directly. I know a nurse who quit because she can't stand seeing people die because of the COVID conspiracy out there. In other words, they're conspiring to kill people for money. That's big pharma. The vaccine is a gene therapy. Over 90% of people hospitalized have taken the vaccine. Vaccine 1 shot, vaccine 2 shot, booster shot. Wake up, people. Stand for something. That's what we do here at the Conservative Business Journal. We fight by faith. And let me show you a quick video of last night's tribute to Pressy. Kind of takes you around a room a little bit. It was just an amazing evening. And once again, we are here in Hardyville, South Carolina, because I was talking to Lynn Wood yesterday, and Lynn said, "Hey, John, I'm doing a big rally in Beaufort, South Carolina. I'd love you to come out and share a few words and share a little bit about Presley and just share about what obviously what you do." And guys, I'm willing to fight for this country. I'm willing to expose the evil. I'm willing to be censored and banned. I mean, we used to have 10, 30,000 people. Facebook and Twitter, you are such friggin' cowards. You are such cowards. You are so scared. I thank all of our Rumble followers. I thank all of our podcast listeners. We have well over 250,000 listeners on our podcast platform. So make sure you guys do get our podcast platform. And those of you that are on Rumble, make sure you comment, share on Rumble, log in, comment. What are you fighting for? What are you fighting for in America? Here's a quick video from last night.
Honor you, my brother. Everyone came out. Great tribute tonight. We had great recognition how much we love you, believe in you, and it's everyone just showing love and support. We got a great slideshow going. We got some great pictures here of President Trump, the military there. Just a great night. Showing our love, brother. Love you, brother Presley. Keep the fight strong. Keep it going. This is one event that I wish I never hosted. I wish I didn't host an event to tribute your life. We're going to keep the fight going strong. Go get him. We're going to get him, brother.
Yeah, I'm talking to her on Tuesday. Yeah, they killed her sister.
Freaking bastards. These freaking bastard doctors. These friggin' bastards. Call her Pratt's sister?
Sam, yeah, her sister was over-oxygenated. And they put her on a ventilator and killed her.
It's freaking... Don't go in the hospital. Do not go in the hospital. And all the doctors disagree with me. Shut up. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, she was at our Keep the State Red event.
She was Keep the State Red. I know exactly who she is.
Yes.
Call her. She's awesome.
Yeah, her sister was with her that night.
That's brutal, man. That's brutal. This is live. She came in just now. How'd she text you? Was she on?
Yeah, no, she's not on. She saw Presley's tribute.
It's crazy, man. This is live. This is a war, guys. Get yourself in the best shape as you can. Get yourself a strong immune system and stay out of the hospital. Once you go in the ER, 99% of the time, it's over. Get yourself help. Make sure you watch Dr. Chris Kremensky's 2-hour show I did. And the way you can do that is go to cbjrealnews.com. On the letter K is Kremensky. Watch Dr. Chris's episode. It's 2 hours long. Take notes for the sake of your health and the safety and well-being of your family. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Ventilators kill people. Medical tyranny kill people. I started the website deathbydoctors.com. Deathbydoctors.com. We're going to start exposing the horrific doctors. the horrific doctors. That's why you got to get yourself healthy, get yourself strong, listen to Dr. Christopher Kremensky's episode. And those of you who've missed it, maybe can't find it on our site. It's very, in case I understand technology, just call or text us at 561-847-3467, 561-847-3467, and just ask for Dr. Krista's episode, and we'll send it to you. We will send it to you. It's horrible. They are killing people. Do not go in the hospital. You can't trust this. The cabal is so deep. That's why you got to pray Psalm 91. You got to tithe to rebuke the devourer for your sake, and let the angels, the armies of angels, protect you and guide you and lead you. It is a freaking war. But guess what, guys? We're over the line, right, Christy?
Yep.
We are over the line. We are over the line. That's crazy.
Yep.
It's just crazy. I think on that note, I want to play the national anthem for the young ladies last night, the Harris girls that sang, because we just gotta get empowered here. Yeah, those girls were awesome. The Harris girls, I met them at Rock the Red. And once we announced the tribute last night, we announced it last week. You know, what happened was after our event, the We the People Fight Back event on Thursday morning was when Pressy passed away. We were going into our event. So obviously those of you at the event, as you see, the reviews and all that, we haven't even released anything from our event yet. The videos, the reviews, because obviously our love for Presley. So Christy and I were having late lunch after we got heading back to West Palm after the incredible event. You know, we're going to be up in Kentucky at Brad Barton's event with, I'm blessed to be speaking alongside of Mike Lindell, General Flynn, Candace Owens, Dr. Simone Gold. It's a 2-day event up in Kentucky. And the funeral services for Presley is September 10th. So we're obviously not going to be there. So that's why we chose to put this tribute on last night. And my wife and I hosted it, and it was in Greenville, and we flew from West Palm Beach to host it, and close to 300 people were there, and we had some words from some of his best friends and associates. We had the young ladies sing the Harris girls, and we showed some videos of Presley, and it was just a night to celebrate a tribute to one of the greatest patriots, one of our best friends. I met Presley in June 2019. We spoke almost every night. He was on my podcast show 8 times. I actually literally spoke to him over 1,412 times, phone calls. He spoke at my last event, We the People Fight Back event. He spoke at my Keep the State Red event. He was going to speak at every one of my events, and he's still going to be speaking at all of our events, speaking to all of us. And I know he's tip of the spear. He's a conservative. And you get inside the hospital, it's over. It's a war, boys and girls. So I challenge all of you, what are you fighting for? You know, being a Facebook warrior, all that stuff, you've got to take it to your local marketplace. Are you standing up? Are you proudly a conservative? Are you proudly stand for conservative values? Do they know you stand for pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, pro-speech, pro-legal immigration, pro-integrity of a vote? Do they know that you understand that Joe Biden's a criminal? He stole the election, that there's a deep state, there's a deep cabal? Or you stand for Judeo-Christian values, for prayer, for capitalism? Socialism is destroying the economy of this country. Businesses can't operate. We drove 45 minutes tonight to find a restaurant. We had to eat at a small Chinese food restaurant. Everything, Mellow Mushroom, IHOP, Denny's, everything was closed. There's no workers because of those friggin' idiots. But we have to step out in faith and fight. You got to be willing to fight with your act, guys. You own a business, proudly say, stop being concerned about the liberals. Say, I'm a conservative. This is a maskless business. No masks required. Preferably, don't wear them. This is America. You have a constitution. Stand. That's why my voice is not silenced. I don't have a syndication from a sponsor. I don't have notes from a producer or say, John, you can't cover this. You can't call Biden a demented, demon-filled freak show. Our sponsors, our supporters want us to do that because we have to be relentless in exposing the truth and empowering all of you and empowering you to be the voice, to be the person. You know, I'll be speaking in Sandusky, Ohio to 300 patriots at the American First Club, started by 81-year young Steve and 73-year young Hallie, who they made a decision to take a stand. A quick conversation tonight. How important is your life? How important is your family? How important is you to make a decision to stand out? And those of you that have businesses, be pro-conservative. Making capitalism great again. This book is packed about capitalism versus socialism, plus marketing secrets on how to develop and build a huge business. Capitalism enables God to shine through you. It is so, so important. It is so important. It is so important, guys. That's why I'll never be silenced. All of our sponsors are independent. I thank those of you, obviously last night, Christy and I, that we hosted that. We didn't charge. It was free. Obviously, you don't rent a room for 300 people. You don't have hors d'oeuvres from 6 to 9, tons of food for free. But God's a provider. We had some people bless us. And those of you who want to support and sponsor us, just call or text us at 561-847-3467 or email us at team at conservativebusinessjournal.com or go to conservativemarketplace.com. And I'll be showing our commercial here in a minute or two. That's a conservative voice. I'm an influencer. This is what we do. I'm not controlled by the cabal of the media. I don't recognize Biden as a president because he's not. He's a criminal. He's a thief. God's going to move. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. It's time to stand for the flag. And here's a quick clip from Presley. And Presley was on my show 8 times. And it was an episode that we did. And we actually took the best of the best and put it down to 25 minutes. And I'll be showing that show this week as one of my shows with special guest Presley Stutz, who's now up in heaven. But I'm fighting for Presley nicknamed me Go Get Him, Johnny. I'm gonna go get him, brother. I'm gonna go get them like never before. I'm gonna expose them. I'm gonna hit them, not fit them. I'm gonna hit them with more knowledge, more of you, more patriots, more faith, more encouragement, more empowerment to stand, to take a stand. No matter where you go, be vocal, be loud, be proud. The medical tyranny. Don't be intimidated by degrees. People think, people that have degrees are just so stupid. I mean, you have an atheist right now who's now the president of Harvard. That's disgusting. Wow. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you so much for continuing to stand up for conservative values each and every day. Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia says, loved your book. Thanks to you and Chrissy for putting on a special event for Presley. We'll be coming back to Greenville, doing an event we did with Presley called Keep the State Red event. I will be coming out, and it will be an event in Greenville. It'll be an honor of Presley again. This will be an actual event. I will be speaking and teaching, and we'll have all the conservatives there. So I'm going to show a quick clip of Presley where literally Presley said that he would give his last breath for this country. I showed this last night. Very, very emotional.
I think of honor.
Oop, this one right here.
I will give my last ounce of breath in fighting for the freedom of this country, because if you don't have freedom, you don't have liberty, you don't have anything. You become a slave. And there's a spiritual battle, John, as you know, where we're fighting not against just flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities of darkness. So when we fight these fights that we fight, we have to remember, we have to go forward with the shield of faith, the sword of the Spirit, a breastplate of righteousness, shod our feet with the gospel of peace in order to fight this battle. So we're fighting this battle in more ways than just over the airways, but we're fighting it in the spiritual heavenly as well.
And guys, even as I sit there, I apologize there. I put me pause to put the back on. I look at that. They murdered Presley. I just said it was shown a video. I'm like, that tip of the spear exposed the voter fraud here in South Carolina. Exposed it. What are you fighting for? Protect yourself. Be around right. Get away from negative people. Get around the powerful people. Get around people who respect this country. And Cynthia, you're awesome, Cynthia. You're going to see that's a section, that's a clip from, because Presley was over the years was on my podcast 8 times. So we put together, I think it's 25 minutes long. We took the best of Presley, put it all together, and I'll be doing a whole show in honor of Presley, showing that entire series. I didn't want to show it tonight because I wasn't sure the connection was going to be here in the hotel. And I wanted this one to be a quick one. I want you to really, I want you to take this show to heart and ask yourself, wow, what am I fighting for? Am I going to leave relationships in my life? Am I going to stand strong? Am I going to be pro-American, pro-family, pro-conservative, not Republican, and expose the rhinos? Expose the friggin' Republicans who are, at least we know the communists what they are. You know, the rhinos are rhinos. The rhinos are more deadly because they're in our camp. And that's why when we got censored and banned, you know, and once again, I want to thank all of you that support us and sponsor us, because we're not stopping. You're not silencing us. God is our provider. I'm going to keep teaching, keep speaking, keep sharing, keep hammering the enemy, keep going and get him like Presley. You call me, go get him, Johnny. And I know God will bring the sponsors and supporters in to keep the business prospering, to keep the voice. That's why they demonetize us in Google. That's why they banned us on YouTube. 5,400 videos on YouTube gone. Wow. So let me ask you a quick question. This is from last night. What are you fighting for?
Remember Goliath. David confronted Goliath and killed him. That's right. And Gideon was, 32,000 men down to 300. You're going to see some so-called conservative Christians drop to the wayside because there's a fight. This is so real.
See, what I was talking about was David confronted Goliath. He crossed the line. Gideon had 32,000 men down to 300. Don't be shocked when people drop. Don't be shocked. Why? Doty's a conservative. If he's a syndicated radio or TV host, he gets a paycheck, and that paycheck is concluded. Is concluded. Excuse me. I'm speaking. That's good. So Cynthia will be there.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Cynthia. Yes, I will be there at the event in Beaufort. That's why we're in Hardyville, South Carolina. We're doing this from the beautiful, where were we? Hampton Inn over here in Hardyville. And I was on the phone with Lynn yesterday. Lynn couldn't make it out to the tribute last night in Greenville. So we were talking. I talked to Lynn, if not every day, almost every day. And we were chatting yesterday. And Lynn said, hey, John, stay on. I'd love you to come out Monday night. I believe potentially we're going to show the slideshow of Presley. I have a few words about Presley. So that's awesome, Cynthia. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night in beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina. So we went from Greenville, then we flew into Savannah because we were flying back to West Palm Beach tonight. But Presley always messed up our schedule for the good.
Always.
That's why we called him Mr. Magoo. She would call us and say, John and Christy, look, you got to come here. I got you speaking here. You got to go here. You got to get in this show. Presley, I got it with the schedule. Figure it out. So yesterday I'm on the phone with Lynn, and Lynn goes, you know what? Monday night, why don't you stay Monday night in Beaufort? Come on out, share a few words, and be at the rally. Here we go. Presley again. So we had to change our flight, change everything. I had to change stuff going on to West Palm Beach. I had to change some calls with some of my clients and all that good stuff. So we're going to be in beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina tomorrow night. So Cynthia, that's awesome. We will see you there. So I want to just encourage all of you. God will open up doors for you. God will give you the inspiration to stand strong. God will give you the fight like David. And that's why many people last night said, hey, how can we support me? How can we support you? How can we sponsor what you're doing? Which I totally respect that. So I want to show what we rolled out about 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We have about how many items in there now? We have patriotic hats. We have patriotic pins. We have patriotic artwork. We have all of my books are in there. All of my books are in there. You have Dr. Chris's book, which we sold close to 100 of her books in there. They're the top 8 secrets to destroy the pharmaceutical companies. And 5% of the proceeds goes to Heartbeat of Miami. We have free shipping in every product. We have all of our Fate Stands Fear Run shirts. We'll be adding more. We'll be adding the tank tops in shortly. We got our wristbands in there. That's the conservative marketplace. So allow me to show you our commercial for it. And I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you supporting, sponsoring it, and in purchasing some products, which supports everyone. It supports. That's how we strike back, as you're going to hear Lynn Wood talk about strike back for freedom. Support conservatives. Support conservative businesses. All right, here we go. This is conservative marketplace. So guys, I appreciate you supporting us. I appreciate you supporting all the businesses in there. So share conservativemarketplace.com. Go in here and pick up a boatload of all the patriotic products. I know someone just invested in one of our red, white, and blue lapel crosspins just literally about an hour ago. And I appreciate you guys. Conservativemarketplace.com. We're not controlled by liberal sponsors. I am not a paid host. We own and operate the Conservative Business Journal. Obviously, I'm the host of the Conservative Business Journal podcast news media series, CBJ Real News. This week coming up, I have Lynn Wood live Wednesday night at 8:30. Candace Taylor running for the governor of Georgia. We fully support Candace. Will be on Thursday night at 8:30 live. So we bring you the best guests. I've interviewed close to 300 guests, from Judge Janine to Mike Lindell 4 times, General Flynn. And I appreciate you guys supporting and sponsoring, keeping our business up and running and flourishing. That's why they demonetized us. That's why they shut us down on YouTube, demonetize us in Google, censor us. They try to keep our voice silent on the social media platforms. I appreciate you guys following us on Telegram. Make sure you do follow us on Telegram. Our Telegram channel is CBJ Real News. CBJ Real News. And those of you that are on Telegram, Please share the episodes are on there. Share our posts. And also on Rumble. Appreciate you guys following us on Rumble. So I want to recap tonight's show with a question. What are you fighting for? How important is your family? How important is your life? How important is you to build the faith like David, the faith like Gideon, the faith like Noah, who built an ark when he never saw rain. God is searching for that kind of spirit, that kind of strength, that kind of truth. Right now, there's a war for the radical left. They're murdering people on the right. That is just a fact. If you go to all the way to the left, the medical tyranny right now, who do you know on the left that died of COVID?
They put our sister on a vent without permission.
They put Carla's sister on a vent without permission.
They said that she gave them permission.
She gave him permission. She didn't. They get paid. They pay family members to walk out of the hospital with a check in their hand to say, "Hey, do you mind?" That's called coercion and manipulation. It's called mafia mob tactics. It's called a shakedown. They're shaking you down to agree to something by intimidation factor and a payoff. It's a mafia, organized crime tactic. That's what it is. Then you have them paying funeral homes to say, "Hey, this person died from COVID. Expose it. Share these shows. Share all of you. Make sure all of you have on your smartphone a podcast app. Go to Google Play Store. Go to the Apple Store. Thumb on in Conservative Business Journal. The app comes up. Subscribe. It's the audio of every show. You can put a search feature. Put Staver in. Matt Staver, Staver, from Liberty Counsel. Listen to his podcast. Put in Flynn, General Michael Flynn. Make sure on your smartphone, on your screen, your smartphone, you have Conservative Business Journal. Like right here, I have the app. It's awesome. And I want to make sure if you guys have that. It comes up, CBJ Podcast. Every one of our episodes is on our app. Get this in your phone. Drive around during the day. During your day in your home, doing exercising, working out. Get yourself immersed with the real news. God is searching for the warriors. Quick conversation. What are you fighting for? Once again, I want to thank all of you supporting through Conservative Marketplace. We cannot thank you enough. And I'm so proud of all the entrepreneurs, of all the products in there. We got some of the greatest patriotic hats. We the People Are Pissed hats. We got the awesome Faith Stands Fear on shirts. We got some great artwork. And this is how we fight back. I'm so sick and tired of the friggin' left. I'm so sick of them being intimidated. They're not going to intimidate David. They're not going to intimidate Faith Stands and Fear Runs. It's not happening. It's not happening. Deathbydoctors.com. Make sure that's I just rolled that out. Deathbydoctors.com. The word death, B-Y, doctors.com. Expose it, guys. Share the shows. Share the episodes. Follow us on Telegram. Share us everywhere. We're not backing down. You can't silence us. You can't shut us down. That is just a fact. You could take any one of my podcasts. Those of you that are good with technology, you can pull a quick video clip, send it out. This is CBJ Real News. We're not owned and operated by the cabal. I will go toe-to-toe any day with Chris Cuomo, Don Lemon, Rachel Maddow, any day. I will debate you any day of the week about American values, the Constitution, any day, any place, anytime. I'm an influencer. I'm a host. I'm a conservative. They're communist. That's just a fact. Thank you guys for supporting and sponsoring. Thank you guys for visiting conservativemarketplace.com. Those of you interested in supporting and sponsoring us, give us a call, give us a text, 561-847-3467. 561-847-3467. I just want to let that ticker run on the bottom there when you guys can follow us on Telegram at CBJ Real News. And then also you guys can follow us on Rumble. At the channel is CBJ Real News and Rumble. Then subscribe. All of our shows and special videos we do are always on our Rumble channel at CBJ Real News. You can listen to all of our audio podcasts at cbjrealnews.com, cbjrealnews.com. And then to support us, you guys can call or text 561-847-3467. And also visit conservativemarketplace.com. Guys, visit conservativemarketplace.com. It's the ultimate patriotic store. The products are awesome, and we're just warming up there. So, guys, good night. God bless you. Love you guys. Until tomorrow night, you're awesome.